Salut et bienvenue à Karine et ses tournesols. Aujourd'hui, nous allons le faire en anglais. Alors, ne vous en faites pas, vous pouvez trouver la traduction, faire la traduction ou avoir des sous-titres comme vous voulez. Je vous laisse faire. So, today, we are going to share my beautiful sunflower, Jean.
How you doing?
Hi,
you
Jean.
doing? Hello, how you doing? How you doing?
Fine. Jean has been working for more than 20 years in the educational system in America and United States, working with kids. Now, it's a challenge, we all know that. So today, our little sunflower is going to talk to us about his path. When did you decide that children was going to be part of your life as an educator?
Well, children have always been a part of my life in one way or another, but my family, a lot of my family members are in education, so it was kind of like a path that I eventually went down. And when I started teaching and working with kids, it just became something that grew on me. You know, so they say that how these professions don't pick you, you don't pick your profession, your professions pick you, yes.
But nowadays you're working more in the
behavioral aspect of education.
Tell me about that. Tell us about that. We have to understand the schooling system here.
Well, the schooling system here, there's education where kids go to school to learn about what their lessons, the academia wants you to learn, and then, you also have behaviors, emotional behavior disabilities. Those are kids that, whether on the spectrum or just regular kids that just don't know how to navigate being in the school, dealing with their emotions, and also how it affects their educational experience as well. So there needs to be somebody in the schools to help them navigate that.
Now, Jean, you are working with children what age now?
From pre-K, from Head Start to 5th grade this year.
Wow.
Yeah, for the past 2 years. I was in high school, but I wanted to dive into, I know there were problems in high school, but I wanted to work with the younger students just to get an idea of where the root of the problem was.
Ah, very interesting.
Yeah, so I started working with the younger kids just to get a better idea of where their issues stem from. And it's been quite interesting.
But I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm sorry to cut you down. What do you think is the biggest influence on a kid if he ever has what you call a bad behavior? Is it at home, his family? Is it the schooling system? Or is it the environment?
It's a combination of the three. The main one I would say is home.
So the parents have their own
a lot of parents have
responsibility.
Correct. They have their own responsibilities, but a lot of them don't even know that they do have a responsibility. A lot of them are just basically, I don't want to say raising kids. A lot of them just house kids.
Yes.
The kids are left to do what they want to. They
no discipline.
No discipline in the home.
I think it's boundaries that is important.
Yeah, boundaries, that's important. But
yeah,
like I said, parents don't spend enough time with kids. A lot of these kids now, especially in these times with technology, they give them an iPad.
iPad is not parents.
It's not parenting. It's totally not parenting. It's a pacifier. It takes their attention, but it's not parenting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids are being taught or learning how to navigate from these iPads, and these iPads don't give them direction.
No,
the iPad doesn't
not.
say don't do that, put this there. It just gives you, it just basically are apps that are teaching you how to navigate the apps, but those apps can't teach you how to be a person.
Now, you I'm sorry to be moving around.
No,
people.
no problem,
We're in
no problem. Yeah, we're in nature. We're in nature.
Tell me now, you in school, where do you interfere or come? And I know that nowadays it's very, like, you don't get as much, because before in my generation the teachers could
Yeah,
beat you up, they could do.
yeah.
Now you have not a lot of, how do you call that? Not a lot of.
You don't have no support as far as the school system is
Yes.
concerned.
Yes.
You know, you can't I mean, I don't encourage
Reprimand.
beating or reprimanding the kid. I think that's something that should be left at home. But again, that's where, you know, the parenting is important. Because if you want to go and compare like kids that go to school in Haiti versus here, the kids have, and society raises them with manners. That term, it takes a village, is important.
Yes.
In America, there is no village. If I see a kid doing something wrong on the street, 9 out of 10 times, if I reprimand him, he's not going to acknowledge me because I'm not his parent.
Yes. And in school
And
now,
then-
they don't give you any.
And in school, in school staff, we don't have the jurisdiction to go ahead and reprimand kids either. You know, it comes with a lot of barriers.
Yes.
You can say but so much, you can do but so much. So even in school,
That doesn't help.
it doesn't help. So in school, teachers, even though they're required to teach kids and give kids their lessons within a certain time frame, nobody's paying attention to the fact that kids are being, you know, you're spending more time reprimanding
They're not
the
learning
kids
anything.
than teaching them.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in, trying to be that
Oh.
intersection between the teachers and the students. That I build relations with the kids. I go in the classrooms, I sit down, I observe them. The kids that do have problems in the classrooms and disturb the lessons and stuff, I'll take them out, I'll bring them to my room, I'll talk to them about why you disturb, you know, try to find out what is the core to their problems. Maybe it's something they don't understand. Maybe they're shy to talk to the teacher. You know, maybe it's another kid teasing them, or maybe it's a language barrier.
Yeah.
You know,
We were talking about that a little bit earlier. There is a question, like, especially immigrants that are coming to America, young kids.
Yes.
They have a problem of pride.
pride. Pride is part of it, but
Identity.
identity is a big issue. From my experience, what I've found, and even with myself growing up in school, there was somewhat of a shame at that time to speak up for yourself because you didn't know how to defend yourself, or you know,
You had an accent.
yeah, you had an accent. You know, you were always teased. You know, kids could be mean.
Yes.
So you know, you have kids that deal, you take fast forward and you have kids that come to America, have the language barrier, they're in a classroom setting where everything is English, and you know, whether it's the teacher asking them, do you understand, or the teacher relying on them to say, I don't understand, I need assistance.
Yes.
A lot of times it's not that the kid is a dumb or, you know, doesn't understand, is that he's scared to ask questions because he doesn't want to be ridiculed because of his accent.
Yes, yes.
So
That's where you come in. And
that's where I come in. Yeah, that's where I come in. That's why I've kind of felt comfortable, and I kind of understand them. And also we started a nonprofit organization.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
Yes, we started a nonprofit organization 20-something years ago called Fepouli, which was focused around Haitian.
Fepouli means
Fepouli, to do for them.
Do for them.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, so the idea was to let them learn a little bit about their culture so that they can understand and feel a sense of pride. Because when Haitian kids, Spanish kids, when they come for their country, you know, Americans have a way of down pressing them and making them feel like
Or
they're
even
less.
people from their own culture.
Oh yeah.
People from their own
so
culture
we
sometimes.
don't pay attention to how that really affects kids' learning experience.
Yes.
You know, like I said, you take a kid from Haiti and you put him in a classroom with kids that talk English, and you know,
Yeah.
the teacher's talking English, and he might understand a little bit,
But
he doesn't want to speak up and say, I need a little
can you
help.
repeat?
Can you
Yes.
repeat?
But don't they have a program after school for integration of those? Oh my God!
They
now
don't. Well, funding
is
is a big issue where, you know, funding is being cut, and there were programs like that, but not really. So that's also why we created our organization to go into the schools, do aftercare programs with the kids, do workshops with the kids where we're giving them some level of understanding of English, but also
of themselves.
instilling a sense of pride through themselves.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful,
Yes. So like I said, we've been doing it for like 20 plus years in Miami, and you know, we've had a lot of success, groundbreaking success in the communities, in the schools, you know, recreation centers, because you know, Miami has a very large Haitian population. Yeah, so it works to our advantage to be in the schools and do those type of workshops.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
You have to continue the good work.
Yes,
we need
yes.
that.
Merci, merci.
But any project, Jean is also a producer,
A producer, cinematographer, photographer. On haïtien, nous fait tout bagay.
Tout bagay.
Yes.
And he's the one who's been helping me
Yes, yes,
in
yes,
my
yes,
project.
yes.
So I have to say thank you for
Yeah,
all
pas
that.
problème,
You-
pas
That's
problème,
why
yes.
you are my amazing
Merci,
sunflower.
merci. Yes, yes.
But Jean, don't you have any other? How about Haiti? Where?
Haiti, I'm back and forth to Haiti, and even though travels have not been the easiest, I'm still
It's okay.
navigating and trying to put myself in places where education is necessary and accessible. So we still, you know, whether I'm on social media, you'll see I'm always educating about Haiti. I'm always trying to be somebody's source to Haiti versus, you know, a personal thing just about me.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, going back to Haiti, I eventually would love to. You know, there are a couple of schools that I have my eye on that I would like to
La
somehow.
Dignité.
La Dignité,
Jacmel.
yes, in Jacmel, yes, Jacmel. Jacmel is actually one of the parts that I frequent and would like to, you know, insert myself in different schools and see how we could help with the academia and even with the kids, you know, progress in school.
Yes.
You know, again, even in Haiti, you know, just to give them a sense of, you know, pride there.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Beautiful.
Yes.
You know, the bugs are beating
Oh yeah, the bugs
me.
are
They're
bugging.
all
The bugs
over,
are
but
bugging.
it
Yeah,
is
we're in
so-
nature.
It is so nice
Yeah.
to have you. Let me give you a big hug.
Yes.
Thank you.
Merci un pile. Yes.
Thank you, Jean.
We'll continue to talk. I
We
mean, there's so
continue.
much more that
There's
we need
so
to
much
talk
more.
about.
For now,
Yes.
we're gonna put all the information about your
Organization,
non-profit
yes.
organization.
Fepouli.org.
And then
Fepouli.org.
continue doing the good job.
Yes,
continue
yes.
bringing a little light.
Yes, c'est ça.
Thank you so much, people. À bientôt.
À bientôt.
Ciao.
À bientôt. Ciao. Ciao.
It was perfect. Did you see our guy?
Oh, our camera guy?
Oh my God.
And the ants were eating you up, huh?
Ants were
Huh?
eating me up.
Your
Where is
that's
he?
your camera guy right there.
I can't believe we had this guy as a guest watching us and looking during the whole interview. I had to put that. So cute. Thank you for being there, you aussi, and for you too for being my tournesol.
Yes.